something? Newell's Goods has a full line of equipment and accessories for all your hands.
Feel like making a purchase
If you have
today?
a bit of money to spend, we could really use your business. I hope you find what you need. Thank you for stopping by.
I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. I don't think they even knew what planet.
We're fully stocked on supplies today. Have a good day.
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later.
I'd be happy to carry a few things for you.
Admiral Logan's office shouldn't be terribly far.
Don't even bother with that other place. Newell's Goods. We have everything you could possibly want.
Tevin Anastas has run into some trouble. Word to the wise, you don't want it.
Looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today. It's time you were treated. Right.
Hey there. Got the shakes, huh? Don't worry. Doc Manning will fix you up.
Is it that obvious? Yeah, haven't zoned in like a week. My whole body feels like it's crumbling.
What can Reliant Medical do for you?
The doc.
Oh my goodness, another poor soul. All right, tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
Well, if it worked for you, I hope it works for me. I'm sick of feeling this.
Unfortunately, yes. You see, the more Aurora that a user absorbs, the more resistance their body builds up to its active ingredients. That means the user needs larger and larger doses in order to feel its full effect. Eventually, the doses get so incredibly large, the user's nervous system simply can't handle the overload. That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid I'm dangerously low on supplies. I can assure you it isn't by choice. You see, I'm a bit at odds with the current administrator of Neon. His drug is turning the streets into a graveyard, and he doesn't seem to care. We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Thinning out my supply chain is his newest tactic. I've spoken to the people at Reliant Medical Corporate, I've talked to the Freestar Rangers, I've even gone to the Freestar Collective Council. Every answer is always the same. We're working on it. It's corruption at the highest levels. Ugh. So aggravating. Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volii system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all, you just let me know. Aurora stimulates the neural circuits in the brain, specifically targeting the neurotransmitter serotonin in the prefrontal cortex. This causes significant sensory hallucinations, both auditory and visual. That's the enticement factor. As you can imagine, this state is highly addictive, and the user gets stuck in a vicious cycle. They need more Aurora to satisfy their cravings. Well, it's completely dependent upon how long the user's been addicted. People have been using for, say, 2 years or less. I've been able to put through a full detoxification program successfully. But there are others who have been addicted pretty much all their adult lives, and I have yet to try and cure someone who hasn't relapsed. That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change. Oh, and I'll pay you directly for the supplies, of course. It's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. There's nothing else to be done about it. These people need my help. Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system. Abby Edding. She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside. We both apprenticed under Mary Cartwright at the medical facility in Aquila City. Spent a heck of a lot of hours working together. Abby and I got along exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, we're just friends, of course. She's young enough to be my daughter. I almost felt bad leaving her behind when I was hired to work for Reliant in Neon, but I knew she'd do well wherever she ended up. Reached out to her a few months ago when I ran into trouble here, and she's been helping me ever since. If you need help, remember Reliant.
Another day.
Not sure how much longer I can survive doing this lousy job.
I don't like the look of you.
It's nice to see a friendly face. Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but would you mind coming back later? We're actually closed right now. I just forget to pull down the shutters. I'm afraid so, but I don't really want to talk about it right now. Perhaps another time, when I'm feeling up to it. I'm afraid not, but come back tomorrow and perhaps I'll be strong enough to speak to you. Right now, I can't.
I'm not in the mood.
Submit your application now at the nearest kiosk.
Boost packs. Got those too. Don't even bother with them.
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
Welcome to Ryujin Industries. Can I help you? You must be one of the candidates that Imogene Salzo is interviewing today. Her office is down the hallway to my left. Take another left at the conference room, follow it around to the right and up a small flight of stairs. Then take a left and keep heading that way until you see her office. Sounds like a maze, right? So if you want me to walk you back there or have any questions, just let me know. And hopefully I have some answers. Between you and me, I think Imogene is about done with the whole process. You won't believe the people we've been getting. I heard the hiring algorithm Yuko made approved all applicants. And of course Yuko bailed when interview time hit. It's technically her job. And Imogene is furious. Ryujin Salzo is my idol. She's ruthless, but still knows how to behave around everyday people, if you know what I mean. She's probably next in line to take over for Ularu Chen, head of operations here, which would be a godsend considering Chen has no filter and loves to speak her mind. No one loves brutal honesty that much. Oh wow, you're serious? Well, Ryujin is the tech industry leader in the settled systems, mostly known for neuroamps, which exploded on the scene about 15 years ago. Other than that, our products include operating systems, security, various quality of life improvements for the home. We're like a full package. If you really want more info, I'd recommend reading up at one of the kiosks. They've got this company's entire history listed. At least the history they want you to know. Good. Best not keep Imogene waiting too long. And the offer still stands if you need someone to show you the way. Great. Well, good luck then. I'm sure I'll see you on your way out.
Oh, I can't imagine being forced to spend my days doing menial work in an office like this, instead of exploring the stars on the bridge of a spacecraft.
What is it? I think I found something, but it's sensitive. Do you have time to talk? It's about that special project we're working on for Miss Salzo.
Just waiting for more info. As usual.
Great. A full spacesuit. Corporate environments aren't that toxic. Have a seat. And your friend can wait outside. I'm sure they understand.
When they ask for your
The sooner you sit down, the sooner we can get this over with.
For your clients, that will make you a front runner for a megacorp position.
All right, just to get a few things straight here. I'm Imogene Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist here at Ryujin Industries. I don't normally do this, but my counterpart Yuko is indisposed at the moment, so here I am. We're looking for someone to fill an entry-level administrative position. Apparently, our algorithm has failed us and believes you to be a decent match, which I'll take up with our technicians later. So, let's get this over with. Why do you want to work for Ryujin Industries? An excellent question, but enthusiasm can only take you so far. We don't operate on passion alone here, we look for skill. Which brings me to my next question. This next one should be interesting, considering you marked having 0 experience. Why do you consider yourself qualified for a job like this? Including this job? The art of the deal can go a long way here. If what you say is true, you'll have department heads fighting over you in no time. How motivated are you to succeed? All in, huh? At least that's an attitude we can work with here. And finally, my last question. If you worked here for 5 years, what role would you see yourself in? Full disclosure, it's all about making deals with the right people around here. You put those skills of yours to good use and choose the right sides, you probably won't be running the place, but you'll be right next to the one who does. So look, since there's a million other things I'd rather be doing than this, not to mention that this isn't even my job, you're hired. On a probationary period, of course. First order. There's a meeting starting soon, and I need you to pick up the coffee order at Terra Brew. Fairly easy, so you shouldn't be able to screw it up. If there's a line, skip it. Tell them you're here for Imogen Salzo, and you should get served right away.
I'm a little busy right now.
I have some excellent weapons on sale today.
Interested in neuramps? Welcome to the Ryujin Industries product store. Looking for a neuroamp? All of Ryujin Industries' latest and greatest neuroamps. Take a look. I'm sure we have something that might suit your needs. Neuroamps are Ryujin Industries' signature product. They're small pieces of wearable tech that enhance some of the user's brain functions. Some of our best sellers can help with anything from focus and short-term memory to communication and confidence boosting. Sure have. My neuroamp's the reason I got where I am. 6 months ago, I was barely motivated enough to hold a job scrubbing floors as a janitor at Ryujin Tower. But thanks to this nifty little thing, I feel more motivated than ever, and my social skills have really improved. I can talk to customers no problem now. Plus, I haven't lost my keys once since I started wearing it. That all depends on what you like to improve. If you're looking for a bit of a diplomatic edge, our Neurocom series is great. The NeuroBoost can help you gain that confidence you need to really stand your ground. And our NeuroTac series, Tac for Tactical, specializes in critical thinking. Of course, they're practically the foundation of what Ryujin was built on. Some people seem to think so. I say you gotta see it to believe it. Why don't you check out the shop? It's worth browsing even if you aren't looking to buy. Custodian, IT support, security. I've worked plenty of low-level jobs at Ryujin Tower and did pretty poorly at most of them. I'm sure they would have fired me ages ago if it weren't for Jupiter, the young lady at the front. She keeps pushing management to reassign me instead of letting me go. She's the one who convinced me to try out a neuroamp. I really owe her one. It's completely changed my life. Here, have a look. See ya.
It seems like it's always raining in Neon. Welcome to Tranquility, your new favorite spot to refresh and escape from the hustle and bustle of Neon. I'm Delilah. Please let me know if you need any help or product recommendations. Is this your first time visiting Ryujin Tower? Yep, that's right. Ryujin has its fingers in all sorts of pies. I guess that's the best way to turn a profit. They don't have much to do with our day-to-day, though. As long as our customers are happy and we're making sales, that's all that matters. We must have missed each other then. Feel free to stop by for a chat anytime. You seem like an interesting person, and small talk goes nicely with a good cup of tea. No, I'm not. I'm from a small farming settlement in a nearby system. Funnily enough, the farms my community maintains supply some of Tranquility's tea leaves. I grew up watching the ships and traders come in from Neon, and wishing I could get on one and see the city for myself. It seemed like such a fascinating place. Sometimes, yeah. I didn't know anyone when I moved here, so I was really lonely. The town I'm from is tiny, so I knew almost everyone. It was a big change. Not exactly. Everyone here is busy and stressed, and there's a lot of crime. The stories I grew up with made Neon seem like paradise, but it really isn't. I'm just happy to work for a company that puts smiles on people's faces. It seems like most people here could use one. I don't know, honestly. I never really wanted to be a farmer, so there's not much waiting for me back home. But I can't see myself living in Neon permanently. Maybe I'll get lucky and Tranquility will open a new office somewhere else. I'd be the first to sign up for a transfer. That's probably for the best. I don't think the galaxy could handle more than one city like this one. Oh, Tranquility is the settled system's #1 tea brand. We have a tea for pretty much any occasion, in a variety of standard and unique blends. If you'd like more information, you should visit our sales office upstairs. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello there. Welcome to Ryujin Tower, the beating heart of Ryujin Industries. I'm Jupiter, the tower's secretary. Can I help you with something? The public can visit our Tayo, Tranquility, and drone sales offices upstairs. All are worth visiting. The tower also serves as Ryujin's corporate headquarters and is home to our research and development team, but unfortunately, those areas are restricted. We're the largest corporation in the Freestar Collective. We deal in everything from refreshments to starships. We're best known for our NeuroAmp technology. If you're curious about it, we have a selection on display at the Ryujin store near the back of the lobby. Is there anything else I can help you with? If you're in the mood for some shopping, feel free to visit any of our vendors while you're here. We have Tranquility and Arboron products available to your left. Or if you're looking for the latest in ship design, the elevator in the back will take you to Tayo Astroneering. And don't forget to check out the Ryujin Industries store in the back of the lobby before you leave. No visit to Ryujin Tower is complete without a look at our patented NeuroAmp technology, after all.
There's got to be a megacorp that'll hire someone like me.
And if we can't get it, no one can.
You live in the rarefied air above the scum
Word
and
is
vice.
the Borealis, you know?
You are the
DJ?
best, and
Well,
you
she's moping around because she lost something important.
And Tayo are owned by Ryujin, so yeah, you're supporting them anyway.
Huh?
Don't get me wrong.
It's not silly. We've got you covered. Morning, noon, or night.
Okay, hello. Hi, there's a line here. Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you? Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite.
Oh, the Ryujin order. You must be new. What happened to Tomo? Did he finally get that promotion?
I got fired is what happened. And this is the soulless suit they got to replace me.
Tomo, I'm sorry. I know how hard you were working for that promotion.
4 years behind a desk, getting coffee, kissing up to that high and mighty Ularu Chen, just to get replaced by this nobody? Like, who knows? I looked at someone wrong, the coffee wasn't hot. They didn't even have the decency to tell me. They just had security escort me out of the building, like some criminal. You don't even know your own boss's boss? Ularu is Ryujin's head of operations, or resident shark, if you ask me. If she smells blood in the water, you're dead. Yeah, I bet you are. No one's ever sorry in this business. And now that I've been terminated, it's only a matter of time before they send you after me. So I'm taking matters into my own hands. Believe me, it's either you or me.
No one's been sent to terminate anyone. Now, why don't you just calm down? Before someone accidentally gets hurt.
You want to talk? I'll tell you what. You get one chance to prove you deserve this job. Change my mind and I'll walk away. Fail, and I think you know where this is headed. You can't be that good. Not yet. You may think so, but I don't. No, I have to do this. You don't understand. Look, at some point, Ularu really will send you after me. Just promise me you'll remember this. That when I came after you, I gave you the chance to talk me down. Let's just say, Ryujin doesn't like loose ends. Chen fired me, and now she's gonna see me as a liability. And that's why it's just a matter of time before our paths cross again, okay? And when they do, I'm just hoping you'll listen to me, like I listened to you. You're either one of the few good people in Neon, or you already know a thing or two about leverage. Just don't make me regret this.
You better keep your word. I'm going to hold you to that promise. Hey, no worries on anyone calling security here. Take it from me, Ryujin will handle any drama that may come from this. You'll want to be sure to report it to them. Tomo had been Ryujin's errand boy for some time now. Lots of ambition. Dying to get up that food chain, if you know what I mean. He always seemed really nice, so a stunt like that? I never saw it coming. Ryujin has connections everywhere. Even Benjamin Bayu. You know, the very man that runs Neon? They're practically untouchable around here. Just getting in with them, you're setting yourself up for life. Well, provided you don't get fired first, of course. Yes, of course. Here it is. Oh, and please let Mr. Cho know that we did have the recommended maintenance done. I triple-checked the grind myself, and a mistake like that will never happen again.
Each of our baristas undergoes enhanced training to ensure you receive the best coffee anywhere in the galaxy. Enjoy a cup right now.
You know, I like
You live in the rarefied air above the scarlet and light. Notice words and outfitters, and you'll enter a world unlike any other.
You don't need to wear your
I better do this right. I don't want Yuko breathing down my neck about it.
I've got my eye on you.
I hope I can wrap up this next assignment quick. The Razor Ball tournament starts tonight.
Make it quick. I have a deadline.
I hope that coffee is still hot considering the time it took you to get it. You either need to learn this city or how to deal with distractions. So, what was the holdup? Personal. Huh. I suppose that's one way to put it. I know that Tomo Higashi, an ex-employee of ours, accosted you at the Terra Brew, and before you get any ideas, no, the barista didn't sell you out. Ryujin has enough connections in Neon that an incident like this would never slip by. Deception aside, some of us are impressed by how you handled the situation and would like to try you out in a different role at the company. And since Yuko isn't here to object, your new position starts right now. So, congratulations, you've been promoted. Not bad for your first day, right?
Talking through it was the right way to handle the situation. I'm proud of you.
Let me explain. I'm promoting you to junior operative. The position is a bit more complicated and completely confidential. Your main duty is to add influence when necessary to ensure success of the business. Any questions so far? Like any good corporation, we consider what we do here to be a trade secret. If others knew and could mimic our actions, it would take away our edge. Well, it depends on the job, really. If someone can't be persuaded with words, perhaps a more forceful approach is necessary. You're basically removing obstacles from the equation. In any case where a threat to success is established, one of us is sent out to create a more desired outcome. This may be through a conversation or presenting some new information. It's all very situational, as you'll soon see. Really? Well, this transition may be easier than I thought. Now, let's get that coffee delivered. I'll gladly take mine. And since Yuko's still a no-show, feel free to keep hers. The other recipients are eagerly waiting for you in the conference room.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op work. Beginnings and ends, as it were.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Ah, coffee. You'd think we'd want to support our own subsidiary and get tranquility more often, but Terra Brew it is. For the past 5 years, Tranquility is a recent acquisition and we've only just begun to develop the brand. You may have seen how several vendors carry the product now. Terra Brew would be a substantial purchase, but we fully intend to develop the Tranquility brand. Current projections are set to surpass Terra Brew within the next 5 years. Tea-talk aside, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lyndon Calderi, Chief Financial Officer. I'll be the one deducting expenses from your pay every time you manage to screw up, which hopefully won't be often. Yes, mistakes are often costly and involve substantial cleanup, both literally and figuratively. Law enforcement, witnesses, evidence, everything has its cost. We'll see. We've yet to have an operative with a perfect record. This introduction was not annoying. I hope our future encounters are as productive.
Just what I needed. Imogene said she hired someone new. I'm Genevieve, head of marketing and public relations. Likewise. Anyway, it's good to put a face to the new operative. The only question now is how much work are you going to be? Cleanup, of course. Journalists are pretty quick at putting two and two together. And I get the pleasure of making sure those connections are never made. Or, if they are, handling the fallout. A few slip-ups are to be expected. Just know that one screw-up for you means a lot of overtime and sleepless nights for me and my team. So, any precautions you can take will be greatly appreciated.
So, fetching coffee 1 minute and junior operative the next. Gamden Cho, supply chain manager for Ryujin. We won't work together much, but as part of the same department, hopefully I'll be seeing you around. Ah, so she remembered. Not that I expect much out of Terra Brew Coffee, but hey, I suspected their grinder was on its last leg. Anyway, welcome to the team. Oh, and just a heads up, people in your position don't typically see the brighter side of Ryujin Industries. But rest assured, this is a great company, and the work we do goes toward benefiting millions. Well, neuroamps for one. They aid in mental illness, confidence boosting, and focus. Drone robots for maintenance and security, tranquility for relaxation, Arbron for protection. Your work only helps us improve and expand upon these products that so many people love and benefit from. I get your point, but if anything, take comfort in knowing that you're the one deciding the methods behind your assignments. Not only that, but corporate espionage is the norm. Ryujin just handles it better than most. Competitor operatives have done far worse to accomplish less. Please do. It's easy to get wrapped up in the bad if that's all you see. Of course, you'll be forming your own opinions as you go. Just keep an open mind. Oh, and thanks for the coffee.
Coffee, finally. Well, let's have a look at you. That depends on your actions going forward. I'm Alexis Price, head of the legal department here, and I'll be direct. Any legal troubles you cause as an operative, witnesses, getting arrested, are my troubles. So steer clear of law enforcement. We may have connections with Administrator Bayou and the Freestar Rangers, but they aren't the ones I prefer to abuse. For one, our connections with Bayou automatically grant us a slight connection with the Rangers. He has some amount of influence with his seat on the Council of Governors. But our strongest connection is local, with Ranger Price. Yes, you have quite the history with the Freestar Rangers yourself. Which is why I hope you won't be an issue. Let's hope your best is good enough.
I hope you enjoyed your little meet and greet. I thought you'd like to know the execs who you'll be impacting while on the job. That doesn't surprise me. Now that you've met a few of the execs, let's get you started. We've reason to believe that our friends at Kelt Corp are trying to hack into our R&D server, since we're both competing for a contract right now. My words exactly. We can't allow them to win the contract, nor can we allow the action to go unpunished. I'll be giving you a data slate with a file that you'll need to upload through one of their computers. That's up for you to determine. Think of it as the creative aspect of your job. There's always more than one way to get the job done around here. Think of it as a lesson that Kelt Corp gets to learn the hard way. Remember, this is confidential. We can't have anyone at Kelt Corp getting suspicious. When all is said and done, it should be as if you were never there. Here's the data slate. Good luck.
What is it? You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for? We're on a strict schedule. I just want to make sure this impromptu meeting is properly tracked. I doubt that. I check my schedule regularly, and this conversation was not on the budget. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure. Ms. Yuko Serrano? Senior Operations Specialist at Ryujin Industries? She's one of the heads of the department you're standing in. She might disagree, but fine. Let's leave her out of it. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion. We're each assigned shifts to assist operatives, ensuring coverage at all hours. Personally, I like to keep my circadian rhythms intact, early to rise, early to bed, as nature intended. I'm not at liberty to say. I will remind you of another common phrase, loose lips sink ships. So, be cautious around the office and discuss intel at your peril. Contractually, yes, but I'd rather avoid the embarrassment. Normally, I do a good job of setting boundaries between work and life. This incident is an exception. Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebbside and the underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me. It's not a matter of trust, but one of time. I have little to spare. You do not. Pre-assignment intel for one of our operatives. The contents themselves aren't too sensitive, so if you're thinking of betraying me, they aren't worth much as leverage. My sloppiness is simply an embarrassment that I'd like to correct. Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time. Perhaps I can best explain with an analogy. There is an aquatic species on Volai Epsilon, which, by cruel irony or test of metal, hatches on dry land. Only 1 in 10,000 make it to adulthood. Most are eaten, some simply die in the crawl to the ocean. Meanwhile, there is a similar species that is born in the water itself. They never make this journey and thus never know its hardship. Which begs the question, is that fair? I agree, which is why I choose to help those born into poverty. I know what you're thinking, and I am not what you'd call a bleeding heart. Moreover, I find the underbelly filthy and unsanitary. But I also believe in equity. I am well aware that my life came with a head start. So I try my best to balance the equation and bring the hatchlings to the water. I don't wish to speak ill of them, of course. It's not their fault, just a fact. But as much as I dislike the underbelly, I will say this. It is a welcome change of pace. When you spend all day keeping secrets, a burden is placed on one's conscience. The time I spend volunteering sheds some of that weight. As you were.